I don't know why this song is the first song that's coming to my mind. But F is for friends who do stuff together. U is for you and me. N is for anywhere, anytime, and all down here in the deep blue sea. Happy Monday. Especially to all of the parents out there who are sending their kids back to school. Isn't it lovely? I mean, honestly, my kids, they go to daycare, so it's like they've been in school all summer anyways. But today was the first day of my 5-year-old going to kindergarten, so it was just a whole new experience. But anyways, we'll get into that. So I'm not at Chipotle today, but I did have a bag of chips from yesterday that I didn't finish. The chips are kind of stale, but I'm still gonna eat them. They're not too bad. I'm gonna eat it with my food. Today, I'm having a quinoa. So this is my fiber protein plate. So I have quinoa in the middle, on top mackerel, spinach, avocado, red onions, and habanero peppers. And it's really good. So I'm just gonna mix it all up because I put flaxseed and chicken bouillon on top. So I want to mix it all together and then mix the habaneros in too, because honestly, I don't like mackerel unless it has the habanero on it. And the spinach came from a frozen bag, so it's super bland. So I have to make sure it gets some of that chicken bouillon in it. All right, that's well mixed. So now that I mixed all together, this is what it looks like. Num num num. All right, I'm gonna give it a taste with one of my chips. Actually, since the chips are stale, I'm gonna taste it without the chips. I'm gonna taste it with this and the sauce first. This is the hot salsa from Chipotle. Really good. Really good. I think I'm gonna just drizzle this all over, because rice bowls should have a sauce on top. So yummy. Now I'm gonna try it with the chip. Fire, fire, fire. Really good. I'm so glad I ate this. So I really like getting the frozen bag of quinoa from Walmart because it has 9 grams of fiber. And I didn't realize how important fiber was. Like, I thought protein was like the most important thing, and protein is important, but it's not more important than fiber. It's just as important as fiber. And I wasn't thinking about fiber at all. Like fruits, whatever. Vegetables, sometimes. And I was watching this video about this mom who was packing her kids' school lunches, but she said she needed to pack it in a way that she would be sure that they would eat it. So what she did was mimic the marketing of like popular kids' food. So Lunchables, that's one thing that kids really love. I remember when I was a kid, I used to love having Lunchables. Mm. Mm-hmm. This is everything. The onions, everything, perfect. So she said the reason why kids love Lunchables so much is not because of the taste, because if we're honest, Lunchables, the taste, I mean, especially now as an adult, it's very like blase. It's not Chipotle, that's for sure. So, I mean, to this day, I would prefer to eat Chipotle than Lunchables. Like if someone was like, "Here, let me buy you lunch. Would you like Chipotle or would you like Lunchables?" I'd be like, let me think. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, the Chipotle. So the reason why kids love Lunchables is because they like making their own food, which is so true. My kids are always asking me, like, if I'm making them a Nutella sandwich, they want to spread the Nutella on their sandwich themselves. They don't want me to do it. Or whatever. So it's just the building of the food that they like. So she did that. So my point in saying that is I also had to do the same thing for myself. Now, I really like Chipotle style of food, like, building like rice, the beans, the meat, the veggies, the sauce. So I had to do that with my food to make it healthier. So instead of rice, I used quinoa. I didn't put any beans in here, but I could if I wanted to. I got some beans, but I just didn't. I'm trying to do more fiber, but there's fiber in beans too. So honestly, really, I could do beans in here. Maybe next time. Maybe my next off day, I'll do beans. So the rice, I put spinach. Then for the meat, I put mackerel because mackerel is high in protein and it's good for your brain. So there's that. Then the veggies, put spinach. I like spice, so put some habanero pepper, avocado for healthy fat. I would never get avocado before. One, because it was an extra charge. But now since I work there, it's either free or half off. So I get it every time. Avocado is like the cherry on top of the Chipotle sundae. Anytime someone skips the avocado, I'm slightly judging them. Only slightly because I was the girl who didn't get the avocado too. So I only can judge them slightly. If I didn't know how important fiber was now, I wouldn't judge them at all. I'd be like, yep, $2.95? It's too much. You could get a whole avocado. You could get 3 avocados for $5 at the store most of the time. But anyways, of course, you're not just paying for an avocado, you're paying for guacamole. But anyways, I need a drink. Ooh, this is spicy. Hopefully you guys can hear me better this time. I got a new microphone. I think it's connecting. I think it's working. This is so good. I should sell this. I should create my own Chipotle. But instead of those ingredients, have this. And people love Chipotle. So when I was working, I started to realize no matter what's going on, the customers are going to stay and get their food. Except for certain occasions, like if they don't have the meat they want, it might take a while for the meat to come, then they might leave. But for the most part, if the line is long, they're staying. If we're out of something, they'll wait. If drama is happening, they're like, okay, when is the drama over so I can get my food? Like anything. People will stay for the food. They don't care. They're like, yep, we're standing in line. I remember yesterday, there was this guy that came in right before the end of my shift. He ordered a total of 11 meals. So it was like 6 burritos and 5 burrito bowls, something like that. So we were just helping him for a good, I want to say 10 minutes. And then on top of that, he had to pay for each one with a separate card. Like he pulled out 11 cards and then we had to ring them up individually afterwards. And guess what? There's a lot of people behind him and they waited. They're not playing. Man, they were not playing. But anyways, so I only slightly gave in to the school, back to school peer pressure. But honestly, I did not have the time or the energy to give into it because I was working like 4 days before school started. I was working. And then my feet hurt after work. And the only one thing I want to do after work is go lay down until my feet feel better. So I didn't have the energy. So, one. So the day I told you, which was last Monday, that I needed to get book bags, shoes, clothes, all that. So when I got home that day, I found out that my sister had already brought a book bag for my oldest son. She didn't get a book bag for my younger son because she doesn't consider daycare school. So I was like, you know, whatever, that's fine. I'll go get his book bag. So me and my younger son, we went to Walmart and he picked out a Minecraft book bag. And then he saw some pajamas that he really liked. Not school clothes, but I was like, okay, we'll get some pajamas. And then he saw some Minecraft sweaters. It's still summertime, but I got the sweaters because he wanted it. And then they had this clearance rack. And I saw 2 jerseys on there that were their size. So I was like, okay, cool. Let me get these jerseys. Because my older son, he really likes the jerseys with no sleeves. So I was like, okay, great, perfect. Let me get these. And my younger son, he really needed some new shoes. One, because I told you the kids were slightly teasing him about his shoes not being cool enough, his hand-me-downs. And 2, because literally like a couple days after I got him the shoes, one pair of shoes that he actually did like, they fell apart. So I was like, wow, I'm so glad I got you those shoes. You know how it is, hand-me-downs. So he got a new pair of shoes. And I found this one other shirt for my older son because he wasn't with us, so I had to get him some because I knew if we came home with nothing for him, he's gonna be like, "You don't love me." So that's all I got. I got food. I was so happy carrying all that stuff home. But luckily, one of my neighbors ran into me on my way there on his bike, and he was gonna help me. But then he said our other neighbor, his car, he wanted to give me a ride. So I was like, all right, cool. And this guy's always asking to give me a ride, but I always say no. But this time I had a grocery, so I was like, yeah, please give me a ride. I'm so sad I almost out of chips. So that happened. And then this weekend, I had to work for my sister. Took the boys shopping, and she got them a few things. Mostly my older son, because again, she don't think daycare is school. So she's like, whatever, he can wear whatever he has. So I didn't get him any new shoes because he has a nice pair of Nikes. He can wear those. And then, anyways, let me get to those. So I didn't get him any shoes. And I bought him, he got 2 new pairs of shoes this summer. And they're not like fresh, new, clean shoes, but like they're still in pretty good condition. So I was like, look, bro, I'm going to get you some shoes, but I want to wait. I want to wait before, honestly, because his birthday is like in 2 weeks. So you don't think this kid is going to try to finesse some shoes out of me now and then want me to give him some new shoes on his birthday? No, bro. No, your birthday is too close to the new school year. So I'm going to wait for his birthday. And then he wanted some wheelies, like the shoes with the wheels on them. So I think I'm going to get him those. But anyways, so today, first day of school comes. Yesterday, we were looking through all his clothes. The clothes that I got him, and the clothes my sister got him. And not to my surprise, he wanted to wear the jersey shirt that I got him. I wanted him to wear like these basketball shorts, but he wore them to the beach. So they were sandy. So he couldn't wear those. So found some other shorts he could wear. And I was like, all right, cool. They're dressed. But I was a little suspicious because after he got dressed, he wanted to put his robe on. And I was like, in my mind, I was like, does he not like his outfit? Because when you're proud of your outfit, you don't want to cover it up. So, but I didn't put it in my mind because I was like, whatever. If he doesn't like it, he'll tell me. But for some reason, he didn't want to tell me. So then my sister is getting her his dress. She sees my older son. She's like, what are you wearing? That's what you're wearing on your first day of school? I'm like, what's wrong with it? That's what he wants to wear. And she's like, no, I picked out an outfit he said he wanted to wear. And I was like, well, he said he wanted to wear this one. And then here he comes. I don't want to wear this outfit. I was like, what? Like, you literally picked this outfit out yesterday. But I didn't give into it. She said, yeah, get the shirt I got you and the pants. But those clothes need to be ironed. And I was like, now I gotta go iron. I was already late for taking my younger kids to daycare. And she was like, I'll iron it. Just go. Take him. I was like, fine. So I take my younger son to daycare. He's dragging. He looks cute. He wore a shirt that he already had, and then she got him some new sweatpants. So he was wearing those sweatpants. He looked adorable with his new shoes, his new book bag. He's looking fresh. He was dragging. I think he was sad because his brother wasn't coming. But I got him there, rushed back. Milo was all dressed. He looked adorable. His pants were a little big, so I had to put a bobby pin in it. And I was worried too because his pants had a button and he doesn't really know how to button things yet. I did work with him on buttoning things a little bit yesterday, so hopefully it helped. I only have a little bit of crumbs left of these chips, so I'm gonna just sprinkle it on there. But anyways, then, oh, and him and his cousin wear the same shoe size. So he was able to borrow a pair of his shoes for daycare. For school. So even though he didn't have new shoes, he has some shoes that were new to him, and they were nice. I was like, yeah. Sometimes you just gotta wait things out. I feel like we make such a big fuss about clothes and what we're wearing, when in reality we shouldn't. And I know kids don't understand this, but if someone's gonna make fun of you because you don't have the right shoes on or the right clothes on, they're not really your friend. Like, I feel like that's a weed out process. Like, oh, you're making fun of me? We're not friends. Perfect. Oh, you don't like my shoes? You're laughing at me? Great. We're not friends. And then go be friends with the person who you just click with, and it doesn't matter what you're wearing. You just click with them, and you know it. And they don't care what the hell you're wearing. And if someone cares so much about what you're wearing, they're not your friend. Forget them. Good. I don't want anyone to be attracted to my kids because, oh, you wearing this, you wearing that? No, they're not wearing anything. Go away. Go away. Don't look at them. But anyways, that's just me. I know it's easier said than done once you're an adult. Because when I was a kid, I always wanted. My dad was just the same way. Like, he never really bought me like trendy stuff. And I always had one good friend. Like, I always was around a group of girls, but I was only really close with one of them. Maybe two. 3 tops. But it was like in elementary school, maybe 3. Middle school, 2. And then high school, 1. Like, I always just had one good friend that I was close with because I didn't really like groups. I'm kind of an introvert. So I kind of just like having. Even now, to this day, I have one friend that I'm like cool with outside of work. At work, I don't really believe in making friends at work anymore because I noticed, like, once you leave the job, it's kind of like you're just friends because you work together. And then once you get out of work, it's like, did I really like this person? Oh, my phone's dying. But anyways, yeah, I don't know. Just as I'm older, I just view work differently. I don't view it as a place to collect friends. I view it as a place to collect a check. And that's it. That's it. I'm here to collect a check. What you want me to do? Oh, can you do this for me? Work related, work related, work related, work related, work related. Okay, gotta go. Bye. That's it. That's it. Anyways, so I believe if I had to scale myself on a scale of 1 to 10 on how well I handled preparing and executing the first day of school, I would give myself an 8 out of 10. And I marked myself 2 points down. One, because I wish I would have had him try on his clothes the night before, so I would really know if that's what he wanted to wear. Because since he tried it on in the morning and I was in a rush, I wasn't really connecting with him to see, like, did he feel comfortable in it. That's my goal. I want him to just feel comfortable in his clothes. I want him to put it on and be like, yeah, I feel cool, I feel confident, I feel happy. This is what I want to wear. Not wear it because I want him to wear it, or because anyone else wants him to wear it, but because it feels good to his soul. And two, yeah, also just because I didn't read the sign. Like when he put on his robe to indicate I don't like this, I just kind of ignored it. So I give myself an 8 out of 10. And it was kind of hard because I just started this job. So I was actually supposed to work today, but I told my boss, like, no, please, no. And luckily he obliged, which I was happy about. But if I was working there longer, I would have had a better idea of how the scheduling would have went, and I would have requested off ahead of time, like, to do the shopping. But I'm kind of glad I didn't, because I'm glad I didn't do anything extra. I kind of just want to see and feel things out, see what the other kids are wearing, see what he gravitates to now that he's there, you know? So that's that. That's my spiel on the pressures of parenting. And that's the end of my delicious quinoa bowl. So good. So good. I was kind of like, so yesterday I brought a bowl. I get a can of mackerel, and I bought some to work with me because I was like, I'm kind of tired of chicken and steak. I kind of just want some fish, but I was worried. I was like, what if this fish doesn't taste that good with Chipotle? So I ended up getting chicken anyways. I didn't really enjoy the bowl that I had yesterday. It was okay, but I put too much sour cream, and I really just didn't want chicken. I knew I didn't want chicken. That's why I brought mackerel, but I didn't listen to myself. I just got the chicken. I've been ignoring messages, guys. My messages, my kids' messages, just ignoring them. But I listened today, and that was bomb. I think I'm going to take some mackerel to work with me tomorrow and try it in a bowl. See how it comes out. I've been trying so many different varieties of Chipotle because before I started working here, I would go to Chipotle once in a while. Not very often, one, because it's gotten pricey. And I didn't have a job. I couldn't afford Chipotle. And you can't buy Chipotle with food stamps. You can't. They won't take them. But now that I got a job, and the job is at Chipotle, what? So I'm trying everything. I tried a honey chicken quesadilla. Oh my goodness. And I put fajitas on it. Delicious. It was so good. I tried the carnitas. I didn't really like the carnitas. I tried to keep it very plain. Like, I just got rice with the pinto beans, carnitas. I think, did I get tomatoes? I don't remember, but I just didn't like the meat. I didn't like it. I don't eat pork that often. But yeah, the honey chicken quesadilla was everything, but I can't get that too much because that's the cheese. I gotta watch my cholesterol. But thank you so much for watching me, guys. It's been an honor. I'm so grateful. I'm so appreciative. Thanks for listening to me talk about my kids and my food. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.